The 2015 Charles Stark Draper Prize for Engineering recipients are Dr. Nick Holonyak, Dr. M. George Craford, Professor Russell D. Dupuis, Dr. Isamu Akasaki, and Dr. Shuji Nakamura. Their citation reads, "For the invention, development, and commercialization of materials and processes for light-emitting diodes." LEDs are used by billions of people on a daily basis in computer monitors, cell phone screens, televisions, traffic lights, home lighting, digital watch displays, medical applications, and many, many more. LEDs produce the greatest amount of light for the energy used and have the longest lifetime of any lighting sources available. The $33 billion LED industry has stimulated global growth, job growth, and dramatically lowered the cost of energy for lighting. In 2012 alone, more than 49 million light-emitting diodes were installed in the United States, with an estimated annual savings in energy costs of $675 million. In 2013, light-emitting diodes in general lighting applications reduced carbon dioxide emissions by the U.S. by more than 12 million tons. We now have George Craford is going to come forward and he's going to present some remarks on behalf of the winners, and then we'll have a group photo subsequently. George?
Thank you, Dr. Moat. Hello, everybody. First, I just want to say it's a great privilege for me to represent my colleagues here at the podium tonight. We thank the NAE and Draper Labs and everyone associated with this prize. It's a tremendous honor for us to receive it. Thank you very much. We also want to thank our wives and families. Our wives have had to put up with us for decades chasing photons of various colors, and we thank them very much. Finally, we want to thank our co-workers. Much of this work is done in teams. Most of this work is done in teams. And without our co-workers, the work would not have happened. I'm sorry Professor Akasaki and Holonyak cannot be here tonight. Professor Dupuis and I were both students of Holonyak at the University of Illinois, and he in turn earlier was a student of the great John Bardeen, also at the University of Illinois. The demonstration by Nick Holonyak in 1962 that compound semiconductor alloys could be used to fabricate red LEDs and lasers drove the solid-state lighting revolution. It demonstrated that high-efficiency LEDs could be made, and all of the high-efficiency LEDs today are made using compound semiconductor alloys. Holonyak predicted at the time that his results would lead to solid-state lighting. He also said that much more experimental work needed to be done. Well, the experimental work so far has lasted 50 years, and it's still going. It's taken many forms. New alloys have been investigated to develop new colors. Very increasingly complex semiconductor structures have been grown to improve performance. Thin layers, quantum well structures on a nanoscale were grown long before the term nanotechnology became a popular buzzword and used for LEDs. My contribution in this was working with others, developing and pioneering yellow LEDs and improving the efficiency of red LEDs. Professor Dupuis developed MOCVD growth technology, which is used to produce all types of LEDs. Professors Akasaki and Nakamura developed blue LEDs. And blue LEDs, when combined with a down converter phosphor, give white, which give solid-state lighting. Professor Nakamura also developed a blue laser, which is being used now for high-intensity lighting in headlights. The early LEDs were barely visible in a lighted room. Today's LEDs are more than 1,000 times brighter than the early LEDs. The Super Bowl this year was illuminated with LED floodlights. LEDs are replacing all forms of lighting, all forms of conventional lighting in general illumination. And in third world areas where there's no electrical grid, LEDs combined with solar cells are lengthening the day and bringing light to people that only had fire and kerosene stoves before. The conventional lighting technology has lasted a little over 100 years. It's expected that LED lighting technology will last much, much longer. In a September 2000 Journal of American Physics article, Nick Holonyak argued that LEDs are the ultimate lamp. There's no end in sight for solid-state lighting. I want to thank you again for honoring us, for our contribution to this worldwide ongoing effort in developing LED technology. Thank you very much.
Very nice, son. Really very nice remarks.
Thank you.
Perfect. Perfect. Now we're going to have a group.